Hey, hello everyone. Good morning and good evening. I hope everyone is doing fine today. Welcome back again to one another video on the Tableau series. Today we are going to see about the topic that you are looking into the screen. So we're going to talk about what is Tableau, Union. So how could we do some union functionality within the Tableau? So before we go ahead and jump on to the Tableau to do the union function, so let me first tell you what does union is capable to do it. Okay. So let's say I have three different data sets, right? So I have three different data sets. That means I have three different tables. Let us assume that this is for the January month details, and this is for Feb, and this is for the March, right? So I have three different month details maintained on a different files. Let's say for Jan month, you're maintaining separate files. Let's say you have a couple of channel names, how many likes, how many subscribers, and how many views you have got for the Jan. Let's say you're pulling up a report for the Feb month and you get a report like what's the different channel names, what are the likes, subscribers, and the views. And similarly, for each and every month, you keep on, downloading the files or you're, extracting the files and maintaining the files for it. And let's say for the end of the year, let's say for all the 12 months, let's say the end of the month or the end of the year, in the December month, you'll be having totally 12 files, each for 1 month, right? Let's say you're sharing this all these 12 files for someone to do some review or some report, right? And if you're sending them all the 12 files, it becomes a lot of manual efforts to go ahead and open each and every file and view the data, right? So let's say that user tells you that, hey, can you put this all the 12 files in one single, spreadsheet and can you send it to me? And here comes the union picture, right? So union does the same thing. So if you have, multiple files, right? And if you want to put it all together in one single sheet or one single table, this union will help you to do it. So what does union does? It, appends the data one below the other. Let's say this is my, you know, fields that I have, the columns that I have, right? And let's say what's the Jan month detail? It's just copy and paste it. Let's say what's the Feb month detail? It copies and paste it. How does it is just copying pasting, one below the other? You, I know maybe you would have watched my another video, which is unions. I'll just give you a link on that in the top of this. So in the, the joins, you have to identify the primary key column. That's the, the key role there for doing a joins. Similarly, for doing a union, you should maintain the same template for throughout all the files. So template, right? So when I say template, you see here Jan month, the template, the headers are same. In Feb month, the headers are same, right? So it's just copying the data one below the other. But when you look into the March file, channel name, likes, subscribers, instead of views, it is having something called as a video views, right? So when it is trying to append the March month detail, so only you'll be seeing up to subscribers, and under the views, I don't have column. It is just going to return as null values. Okay. But what it will do is it will create another column, new column, under which this is going to give you these details. And for the rest 2 months, it is just going to show you a null value. Okay. So this is how it is going to work right now. So let me, show you quickly this on the Tableau, how we can do this sort of functions. Okay. But let's say here, if it is a completely a new column, there is no relationship between this views column and the video views column. You can keep that separately. There is no issue. But it is making sense that video views and this views is almost the same. It's just the header name is different, right? There's both columns inside the data represents the same thing. But in the until the Feb month report, you have something called as a views, and going forward, you are changing the header name into video views. If you think that there are similar columns, you can just merge these two columns. But if it is completely a different column, you can just keep that as it is. So I told you you have to maintain a template, right? But I'm saying you that you can have a different field names. That means if there is like one or two columns are adding up in any one or two files, that's completely fine. But if every file is having a different template, then doing union does not make sense. For doing the union, you should make sure that have the same template throughout all the files, and there is no mismatch of the templates or mismatch of the header names. Okay, in case if the header names are different, it should make the meaningful sense inside the records. Okay, let's go into the Tableau and see how we can do that functionality. So I'm going to connect to a file here. I'm going to connect to a text file, and I'm going to connect to, I have three files, ABC1, ABC2, and ABC3. It's going to be having the same data which I showed you an example in the Excel. So you see here, I just pick up one file and open it. So Tableau is smart enough to understand what are the multiple files or similar files in that particular folder. And it picked up all the three files from that folder for me, right? That's the smartest way that Tableau is working. Okay. Now I have to compile all the three files together, and I want to show the results as like this, right? So to do the union, go to the section here, the box column, double click it. You will be seeing the joins section is opened. We call this as a join section. Okay. Now you need the second file data to be appended below. So just take the second file data and just drag it closer to that, right? Just drag it on the bottom, just closer. You will be seeing something called drag table to union. You can just place it here. Taken another file. Now it's all set. You are seeing that this data is coming from ABC1. This data is coming from ABC2 table, and so on and so forth. Now in the March file, I mean in the ABC3 file, when I drag and drop it here, I am seeing the differences, video views, right? Under the video views, ABC1 table and ABC2 table is not having the data. When a little bit scroll up, you'll be seeing that ABC3 file, right? Only that is having the data. Like I showed you the example in the Excel, right? Now see here, only this is having the details. And under the place of views, it's completely null. All right, you see here, it's completely null. So in case if you think that these columns are exactly same and identical, you can just hold and select the columns, go to the drop down and make it as merge mismatch fields. Okay. But if you think these are completely different, you can leave it as it is. But if you think that these are common and these are identical, you can go to the drop down and select merge mismatch fields. Okay. Now you could able to see that you just combined all the files together and made it as a one single table. Okay, hope you enjoyed the video and you have a good learning. In case if you have any questions or any of the suggestions, you can use the comment section to ask me any questions or leave your suggestions in comments. All right, hope to see you back on the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.